So this episode shouldn't be too long. This is just going to be about this repair I had to do to the drip rail. I didn't get a video of it. I've already been working on it, obviously. The situation is there was a hole. I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, but right there. There was a hole. Somebody put a CV antenna in. This truck sat, according to the story I got, sat in Michigan for 10 years next to a barn, probably on a hill. And the water ran down this brace right here and then into this area here. So it pooled down and collected somehow and sat right in here. There's a piece that came down and out, and this, the whole area, I didn't cut this. I cut up here and across the top of here and down, and this piece came off. This was totally gone. So, and I didn't see it until I was putting the cab on, and because it would have been easy to lay the cab on its side and probably get in there and fix it without cutting this off. But at that point I was already kind of had the cab attached, and I didn't really want to pull the whole cab just for that. I already had it tied in. So, which, how do you miss that? I don't know, but I did. So obviously cut that off, and then I took the drip rail here and I've added on the second piece. So you can see the piece, that closer piece is the original roof, and then the second piece is the piece I made. It's got weld through primer on it now, and so that goes up against there we go. So that sits up like that. I've got some screw holes on the back here. That's what those are, for some self-tappers. And I lined them up with some of them holes. I've opened them up. So my plan is just to weld through these big holes to the back side of this, and then butt weld that, and then just weld the drip rail where it had that little, a little piece of sheet metal just like bent around it and welded. So I guess the next step then is to go ahead and bolt this piece in. So let's get that done. All right, I got those little sheet metal screws bolted in the back, and it's up on there. So the next step is to weld that on. So let's weld this in. There, it's welded. Let's see if the door fits. Door still fits. Time for primer. It's got primer on it. I'll shoot some of that color on there. So I got some of that color on there that kind of matches the outside of the cab. It's still wet, so it's real shiny. It's showing all my imperfections, so it's kind of a matte, so once it dries it'll look a little better, but I'm not too worried about it. Probably look better with Bondo, but it's gonna stay like that for this truck for now. And then I left this primer down here because I'm working on getting the cab ready to paint, so that'll be the inside color of the cab, whatever. I gotta get some blue, kind of match that, and go over all the paint on the inside. So didn't come out too bad. Yeah, you literally could have slid a piece of paper up in the crack right in the inside of the cab. It was pretty bad, but that's better now, and I learned some stuff. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna call this a wrap for the drip rail repair. On to working on painting the inside of the cab.